we last left off, the party had just come across a group of goblins that had burrowed up through a barn, and you are just now talking to this man and his son, the only two survivors.
Yes, and then we sent Sauna back to the town to let them know that goblins were invading.
Do you guys want me to, crawl down in there and turn into an animal and see what's down there?
I mean, it's not the worst idea.
Well, I mean, if you want, I don't know if that would be reckless endangerment.
It might be better to regroup and go down as a strong unit once we had...
See, a wise leader here.
We all fit in there.
I mean, it appears to be several feet in height. I think we can all get in there. I might be a bit cramped, but...
You're gonna be a bit cramped.
And you as well. I thought you were going to change into a small animal or something.
Probably, but still.
I meant no offense, I assure you.
I'm used to it from you by now. I'm just joking with you, Lou. Don't worry about it.
But no, I think for now, Krohl, were you injured in the fight?
No, I don't think I was.
Alright, why don't you stay here and stand guard over the tunnel? Since you don't need to sleep, make sure no one else comes out. The rest of us, we will rest and regroup ourselves to prepare to go down into the tunnel and find out what has happened.
Don't worry, Krohl. I'll brew you up a cuppa, alright?
Well, not like I need to eat either or drink, so... But I appreciate the thought. Yep. I'll just stand right here and keep my eye out. Yep.
And you see a wakeless eye on your chest also staring down at the tunnel.
Perhaps the rest of us should go and talk to the farmers. Perhaps they will know more about what happened.
You are dead.
Scratch that for the record.
Well, I know we talked, I meant, we just kind of asked him what happened.
Right.
Hey, what's this?
I mean, yeah, you can talk to him again.
What's this big fuck off hole doing in your barn?
No, I just was like...
I mean, they already told you that these goblins broke up through their barn, started pillaging stuff, and then when they showed up, they decided to burn the barn and killed them.
I had a few other thoughts.
Very well.
Excuse me, I don't mean to... I understand that you are grieving. I don't mean to interrupt you. We're going to try and find out what's going on here. Did you notice anything strange before the goblins emerged? Any noises or strange occurrences?
Not really that I can think of. I mean, like I said, they just busted up through the ground and there it was.
Have you had goblins in the area before?
Not in my lifetime. I remember my grandpa talked, back in the day there used to be some that would break up through the ground or come ravaging in parties. That kind of stuff. Before there was real order established in these parts.
But they've come up from the ground before, you say?
Well, I think that's where they come from, ain't it? I don't know much about them.
Sometimes goblins pop up. Most people don't think there are female goblins, but then they pop out right out of the ground.
Well, thank you for your time. If it's all right with you, we shall camp here for a short while before we go and investigate.
Oh, sure. I mean, I'm just gonna pick through the rubble, I suppose.
Well, let us know if we can be of any assistance.
Yep. You don't want to stick around and build a barn, do you?
Lou's gonna give him 100 gold pieces. I'm very sorry for your troubles. I hope this can't replace your losses, but hopefully it can help you rebuild.
I can try to make it out of a tree real quick or something like that. I think that can grow something.
It's very kind of you, sir.
And Lou's going to step away from the farmer and gesture for his companions to join him. From what he said, I believe that perhaps there is a goblin city beneath these lands. He said they have come up this way before in the past. It's possible they have some sort of a settlement down there.
by no means am I trying to subvert your rule, but I believe that from my knowledge, goblins mainly patrol in groups and parties. Whoever can control them has the most power.
Well, do you remember how they had that big goblin with them?
Yes.
Was that just an average goblin, or was that like a war boss or something like that? Could that have been a hob?
An interesting thought. Perhaps one that a roll might establish more thoughts on.
Mother! What do you want me to roll?
If you want to investigate
The body of the big goblin?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, 16.
So this body is definitely a goblin. Looking over all of the goblins on the field, they all are varying size and shape. A lot of them have some form of mutation and or heavily scarred, pieces of their body. And like I said, varying in size. This one's definitely, as you can remember, he seemed like he was a little bit more of a, maybe a captain of these guys, but just a goblin.
He's big, but I don't think that he's a hob. He looks just like a really big goblin.
They must feed them very well. Probably all the crops they steal.
Other people, too. Goblins are nasty fuckers.
Some goblins. I've met some very kind goblins in the past.
Kind goblins, you say?
Well, certainly. There are good people and bad people of all species.
Well, I'll have to meet these good goblins, but for now, the only good goblin is a dead goblin, from my experience. Tear apart the forest. They're just messy, dirty creatures.
Well, it would appear that we're not going to get much more information from this particular area. Let's rest up and we shall advance into the tunnel in a little while.
Hey, Ben.
Yes, Silver.
It's got food.
Always. Of course.
Dad, maybe kill some rodents in the forest or something.
You're free to do whatever your heart desires.
Yeah, but things seem tense right now.
A little bit, but we're going to take a break anyway before we continue on, so now would probably be the most optimal time to get a bite to eat, as it were.
Yeah, sounds good. Silver turned into a cat and jumps off Winifred and heads into the forest.
Can I do a make tea roll?
A make tea roll?
Yeah, a survival roll.
Yeah, let's do a survival roll.
Well, just for food in general.
Yeah, you guys have provisions.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is a 24.
With a 24, Raven is able to easily walk into, the surrounding shrubbery, small trees and whatnot, is able to find a variety of edible leaves that she knows will brew a nice concoction.
And she makes us ayahuasca.
Also is able to find, all of, the tinder and kindling that she would need to start a small little fire, and is able to whip up a cup of tea.
Is it Uncle Iroh worthy?
Oh, this is
It's better than Zuko.
like I said, this is the, Raven was basically able to pick the best leaves from the area and make the best possible tea from having absolutely nothing to start with.
Hey, so I don't think that we should be drinking alcohol right now, so here's a cuppa.
Well, thank you kindly.
Maybe
yeah.
a small amount.
No.
Oh, Raven, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, now this, I can already tell, is a fine brew. Oh, yeah. Have you studied under anyone?
No, just the Furbolts. We know things.
Huh, indeed.
Can we make Furbolt brand tea a thing?
Herbal tea.
All right. We now fast
So we
forward.
make some money, boys.
We now
Alright.
fast forward to 7.5 hours later.
You're taking a long rest?
Very specific.
Well,
Yes.
You guys need
well, what time is it?
It's late morning, not quite noon.
I still got time.
Like you guys got up. We're on the road for about an hour, and then
Okay. Maybe we just take a short rest and roll hit dice for those of us that are hurt. I'm just
right. And
not to do a ton of like sort of out of game talk, but just thinking realistically, we don't want to go in there when it's like getting late. Probably.
Because that's probably when they're going to start being active again.
Right. So I'm thinking
Yeah, short rest.
we just short rest and roll our hit dice.
about
think Ben hurt
15
the
minutes after Sana left, you see a eagle approaching, and Sana comes swooping down. Well, we told the villagers, obviously they're like, we need proof, and, that's how it is, so. But, somebody warned them.
Well, I can at least provide you with a cuppa for your troubles.
Thanks, Raven. So, what did you decide, Mr. Princey Guy?
Well, we have Krohl watching the tunnel to make sure no more goblins appear.
Effective use of an undead, if I ever said so.
We have taken a short rest to revive ourselves, and we are now going to investigate the tunnel.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, everyone ready?
Always.
You're not there, Krohl. You're still in the barn.
No, you're not.
I can hear you!
I can hear you from in here.
Oh, somebody, I've been ready all night.
I've been standing ready to throw a fucking trident down this hole all night.
All right.
Yes, Smiley.
All right. We go to the barn so that we can include Krohl. Krohl, any disturbances?
No. What did disturbance before?
More disturbance in a graveyard in here.
Well, companions, I know that this is not our lands, but I feel compelled that we must investigate this horror and find out what is going on here. Will you all join me in investigating the depths of this pit?
Oh, we're here, aren't we?
I don't think we really have a choice, do we?
Of course you have a choice.
No,
But
you
you
don't.
know, my liege, I am always with you.
You know I always got your back, Llew.
Very well. Does Krohl have a shield?
Krohl? Does he have a shield? No. His
Okay.
body is his shield.
Okay.
This meat shack that used to be my body's my shield.
Exactly.
All right.
He's got a slime boy. That's his new body.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Poor pervert.
Here is how I propose that we proceed. I will take the front using my shield as a barrier. Krohl, you go behind me with your trident at the ready, and the rest of you will fill in behind us. Any objections?
Well, let's get to stepping.
Very well then. Away we go. And Lew's gonna jump in the hole.
And
Wait a split second.
Rackle is giving a nice little some descent music.
Just giving RJ some more work to do later. Alright, we're jumping in the hole. I fell into the pit.
Llew, as you are leading the party, can we get a perception check?
Alright. Okay, that's not bad. 14.
With 14, as Llew climbs down into the hole, it's about 6 or 7 feet at a pretty steep incline, and then it starts to level out into more of like a slowly steeping tunnel. It's quite shallow, maybe only 4.5, 5 feet tall, hunched over.
Ben will not be hunched over as Ben is transformed into the shape of a goblin.
Oh, what a shot.
Raven is
Goblin!
Whoa, you can't just do that right in front of him.
A little bit of warning would be nice.
Don't look at it and stab you, boy.
I'd also like to establish as we're going in his non-shield hand, instead of his sword, Lew's going to hold a torch. Because I'm kind of envisioning Krohl having his trident, on Lew's shoulder almost.
Pretty much. He's ready to stab over his shoulder, but you
Right.
gotta remember, Krohl's 6'6". He's like in a squatting position right now.
He's on his knees.
He's basically on his knees.
Yeah, Lou is 6'6" too, so we're the same level of hunched over.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of envisioning like almost like the Roman like phalanx kind of thing, where I'm holding a torch and my shield, and Krohl's trident is like over my shoulder.
That's basically the idea I was envisioning.
I'm a rat.
Oh, well, okay.
Raven's a rat.
rat on my shoulders.
Copy DeVito?
And while we're saying what people are turning into, Sana is going to be a lynx. Ah! Just lightly batting at Raven as he walks down the tunnel.
Hey, what you doing?
This is quickly turning into Mr. Westaryn's magical bestiary.
Hey, that's alright. We got a shape-shifting fairy dragon, 2 druids,
A
changeling.
We're the only 2
And a death knight.
here.
I mean,
Oh, I'm sorry, you're the only normal person here.
It's a blood knight.
and I guess Rackle is kind of normal.
I mean, Rackle can change his appearance.
That's true. Lou's the only normie.
But
the only
can't, I mean,
normie.
he can't like turn into a size smaller than what he is.
Right. No,
I guess
yeah.
polymorph, you'd be able to turn into a shape smaller than you.
Oh, yeah. Any
So-
beast.
Listen, I played a normie in a party full of weirdos. We can just move on.
This is like a
What
a
Muppet
square.
movie.
Okay, so you're continuing down this tunnel. It's probably been about a half hour, but I assure you it feels like much, much longer, as being cramped in this tiny space isn't the most comfortable. But suddenly, you can see some, not quite torchlight, but some sort of dim light at the end of the tunnel. And as you approach, you find yourself in a larger tunnel, more well-established, about 7-8 feet tall. And, why don't we get some more perception?
Sure.
Oh my god.
Hey, look at that fucking nat 20 plus 1. 21.
Nice.
He's the only character I think I've ever made with a not so great perception.
Dirty 20.
17.
19.
Damn, look at us go.
21.
We can see things.
21. 21.
As Krohl and Llew both burst through into this bigger tunnel, they're relieved as they're finally able to stretch their backs and stand on their feet. And after a moment of just being in almost ecstasy from just, not being so cramped, you're able to take a look around at what you're seeing. And it's this rectangular square tunnel with actual supports built in, and these glowing stones throughout, spread out maybe every 10 feet on either side of the top of the supports, providing a little, it's not quite full light, but it's like a dim light. But for D&D terms, you're not in dim light.
Okay. Gotcha. I will.
It's dim light, but not really.
It's a dimmed light,
Yes,
but it's
but
not dim light.
I'm going to extinguish my torch then, so as not to draw unnecessary attention. And then I can also draw my sword, obviously.
As you're standing there, taking note of what you're seeing, all of a sudden, your ears are picking up what sounds to be like the clashing of steel going down the tunnel.
Bad news. Krohl takes off running in the direction of the clashing steel. No, his bloodlust on the bills.
Oh well.
Because I failed my little roll.
Can I try to tackle him?
Good luck. I might be dragging your ass with me.
Make an athletics check.
Do I need to make one against him, or...?
Nope.
Okay.
And that's 12.
Llew attempts to take a couple steps and try to grab at Krohl's arm. He doesn't quite have enough to tackle him, and so he just kind of tries to reach out, but Krohl keeps moving past him.
Props off, boys, I got this! And
Damn it, Krohl, stop!
What's going on?
Oh, Krohl has a particular need for violence.
Well, there he goes.
I suppose we'd better follow him then. Onward, double time.
Radio, boss.
And the party takes off after Krohl.
Okay, so I'm heading down the tunnel. Does he come across anything particularly?
As Kroll's heading down this tunnel, there is almost like a slight hill, and then going down the hill, for whatever reason, kind of goes up a little bit and comes down. Right when he gets to the top of that little hill, you can see maybe 50, 100 yards down this tunnel, there are more goblins and some sort of small figure. Not quite can't make out what it is, but they are engaged in battle.
So, okay, let's see if I can paint this picture in my head. Am I in a big cavern, or are they down a tunnel?
It is a tunnel.
Okay, so they're at the end.
So you're
down there. Okay.
Like I said, it kind of dips down, and like you can kind of just see as it levels out. You can kind of see that there's some commotion going on, fighting, and you can make out the goblins.
He takes a few intense breaths, and then he takes off at a sprint at the group, preparing to throw his trident as soon as he gets within range.
All right, the rest of the party is close in foot behind Krohl. As he stops for just a second, they were able to catch up. You know, there's not very much distance between you and them. And as he is running up, make an attack roll.
Okay, let's see how my trident throwing skills are. How's a 13 against someone's AC?
As Krohl is running up, he sees this goblin that's already injured, kind of staggering on the wall, trying to get up. And he throws his trident at it, and it just misses, ricocheting off the wall and landing on the ground. And this goblin turns around, surprised, as Krohl is running at it.
He's drawing his greatsword since he missed.
And he's going to get one attack on you. With a 16. Oh, sorry, a 14. 15?
15? Yeah, that just does it.
And for 8 slashing damage. As he turns around, with his scimitar in hand, he just swipes up frantically, catching this Krohl's side a little bit. And then, would you like to make another attack roll?
Oh, I'm gonna bring this fucking sword down on his face. Or not. That's an 8. I gotta switch dice. That die's not doing me any good.
Ben.
He can't focus in his bloodlust.
Goblin-Ben.
Yep.
As this swipe goes past the goblin, he steps to the side, and there's an opportunity to shoot an arrow at this goblin.
How does a 17 look?
That will hit.
Using your anti-arrow?
And
You betcha.
you don't even got to roll for damage. He's
Never needs ammo again.
very dead.
I legit,
As this goblin steps to the side, Ben quickly knocks an arrow in his bow and releases it, and it pierces through the goblin's heart, comes streaking back to his hand as he falls to the ground.
Another one comes this way!
Night, night.
He whistles.
And
Yeah. Yondu.
just as this small engagement between Krohl and this goblin is coming to an end, you can see in front of you a group of 5 duergars who are just finishing off this hobgoblin, and there's one that is standing above its corpse with an axe in its skull, and he's yanking it up.
What are these things?
Duergar.
Duergar.
Oh, these fucks again. We were told not to mess with them again.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Alright,
Squeak, squeakity, squeak, squeak. Oh.
Blue's gonna yell out, Krohl! Hold, Krohl!
Yeah, the goblins are all dead.
And as you're yelling out, this group turns, axes and swords ready, and is staring at you with a fire in their eyes. You can see each one of these 5 is heavily weathered in battle.
Krohl just casually puts his sword away and picks up the trident, not in like a stance. He's just kind of disappointed he didn't get to kill anything.
Raven turns back into her whole 7'6" giant adjacent height and draws her root blade out.
And hits her head on the roof.
Oh!
Take it easy there, duergars.
Oh, it's land dwellers! What the fuck are you doing down here?
Be calm, friends. We have no quarrel with you.
Looks like you do.
Well then put down your weapons. We wish not to fight. We have but one enemy down here.
And we have the same enemy. We came across a farm that had been ravaged by these goblins, and we have followed them here.
Oh, I see. You be taking interest now that it be spilling out onto the overworld.
We took an interest before, and your rulers told us to leave.
We have no time for politics. If you're here to help, we won't stop you, but we have business to do. Breck, Turnick, head back, give word that this tunnel's cleared out.
If I may, what is the situation here?
Situation? Well, as you can see, there's a goblin infestation.
Is this a town, a village, a roving horde? What is going on?
Oh. You see this duergar's been talking, nods at the two that he indicated earlier, and they walk back down the tunnel a small ways, putting their hand on a stone on the wall, and then to your perception they disappear. We don't have time to talk. Let's get moving. We'll explain on the way. Now, I don't be knowing what your name is, but I'm Rumut. This is Darnick. This is Benny.
Name's Krohl.
And I am Llew. This is Raven and Rackle and Ben, who is my protector, I suppose.
Oh, a protector. Fancy you. And who's that one?
And he's not really a goblin, by the way. Don't worry about him.
He's your retainer.
Well, but yeah. But
Ben's actually at that point going to switch back to normal Ben. I am not.
Oh,
Charmed, I'm sure.
I don't even want to know. Let's get moving.
Oh yes, and this is Sana. She's my cousin.
Hey. And Rumut turns around and starts running down this tunnel. At a, not a full sprint, but a pretty hasty pace.
I guess if if these tunnels are still really small, she's going to use
Her last wild shape charge?
No, she's going to use the sky's self to make herself.
Can't change your size.
I can't change my size.
I think you can.
Hold on.
I think it's 2 feet in either direction.
With the sky self?
I think so.
You might be thinking of alter self. Hang on a second.
I think the sky's self is just like, hey,
Cosmetic, physical.
I might be wrong, but I think that there's a small window of...
The ceiling is tall enough.
it's tall enough for me now.
How tall are you?
You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller.
Yeah.
It doesn't stand up to physical touch, does it?
Well, I guess the question is, seem is not actually...
No, yeah, you're
still
not
the same.
actually. You look different.
Okay, so I'm just,
But
I'm like 7'6".
your head might, yeah, you're fine. The ceiling is a solid foot above your head.
Yeah, you're definitely thinking alter self.
You got 9 feet.
All right. Raven, I trust you. Protect our rear. Make sure no one comes up behind us.
Okay.
Right, so you be piercing into our business. Here's the situation. Essentially, the goblins, they be coming together in some kind of a group, and for whatever reason, they've been attacking our outposts. They've been cleaning out this whole sector, and we pushed them back, you see, and then they started tunneling up. They're boxed in, and now they need more resources. So, I assume that's why they're digging tunnels into the overworld now.
Is there some sort of a chieftain that is uniting them?
Oh, we haven't seen his face yet, but this is their final holdout.
Well, let's get in there and kill them.
We shall assist you, yes. Do you have an army? How many men do you have?
For now, it's just us. I'm sure you noticed all the corpses of my brothers laying back there.
Indeed. And the men you sent away, they're going for reinforcements?
They're telling our war camp that this tunnel's cleared out. There's a few other routes, but they seem to be backed up right now.
Very well. And how far to the main stronghold?
The next outpost? We should be there pretty soon. Oh, halt! And he puts his hand up. He motions and points at something on the wall, and you can see a stone glowing in the wall of a bluish turquoise color. And he puts his hand on and says, "All right, everybody put your hand on the shoulder of somebody else."
Okay, we do that.
Yeah.
Line up, I guess, or whatever.
And then, almost like flicking through pictures on a camera roll or a slow shutter, it's almost like you teleport forward, just almost to the reach of what you can see, and it seems like instantly you're there, and then again, and you do this about 3 jumps.
Oh.
Or even immediately vomits.
That's quite the way to travel.
Oh, that was
All right.
jarring.
Interesting.
The Goblins have the rest of the network forward all backed up. We gotta go the rest of the way on foot.
Sounds like fun.
How much farther from here?
Oh, you're getting tired already?
No, I'm just, Ben is quite the skilled scout. When we get close, it might be advantageous to have him creep forward and see what we're up against.
Oh, you like to think, I see. It's no more than a quarter mile.
Ben, what do you think? Could you manage to sneak in and see what is up ahead of us?
Of course.
Travel safe. We shall wait here until your return.
Oh, I might as well move up a little ways with him.
Very well.
Ben is at this point going to revert to the goblin form as well.
So I guess we move forward a little
Less
ways.
conspicuous.
Alright, going forward, Ben, let's get a stealth check with advantage.
Glad for advantage. 15.
And a perception check.
With advantage?
13.
After a little more running, Rumut halts the party again, and Ben continues down the path, tiptoeing a little way, just staying pretty quiet, and just a minute or two down the path, he finds his way to a opening in the tunnel, and as this kind of arched opening, the tunnel turned into more of a cavern. You can see a large stone square structure that kind of goes all the way from the base to the ceiling of this cavern, and there are windows in this stone. There's some balconies, and it's definitely a habitable building. And then outside, you can notice inside this cavern, there's also enough room for some walkways, and there are 3 other buildings you can see that are surrounding this kind of pillar building. You don't know exactly what they're for, but you can assume some sort of maybe storehouse or wash house or something like that. Exterior buildings. And you assume that this is the outpost that Rumut had talked about. And inside at the base of this tower, there's a considerable number of goblins hoarded together. You can't get an exact count. You think maybe somewhere from 30 to 60. And you notice among them are scattered 5 hobgoblins. And you can see on a balcony in front of this group, higher up on the tower, there is one more hobgoblin standing, and he appears to be, at the moment, not really saying anything, but kind of just like energizing the crowd.
Okay.
I know what I would do.
Well, what I'm going to do is...
Shoot Hitler?
Okay.
What I'm going to do is go back and report for anything else.
And you're so smart.
Yeah, I'm not going to just shoot at a dude with a whole army there by myself. Anyways,
Take a shot and then turn into a goblin and pretend you're one of them.
Ben goes back and
Where is
reports
that?
this, noting about, the outposts. That's where they're holed
Take a
up.
shot
5
from
down,
Grassy
5 hobgoblins looking down below, 1 above. All that sort of, all the stuff you notice, basically.
Well,
So that's what's there.
sounds like we can take them.
Yes, it appears we have them outnumbered. Well, there are 8 of us and 6 of them.
60.
Oh,
30,
60.
30 to 60 goblins.
Oh, 60. I thought you said 6. I'm sorry.
Man,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't have them outnumbered, but all we gotta do is focus
Perhaps
on the
in
big guy.
class. I like your thinking, though.
Focus on the big man. We take him out, we can decentralize command.
man, I tried to do math, but I'm really bad at it.
Mishearing 60 as 6 is a pretty fatal error. Anyways, we'll rewind that. That is quite the horde.
Oh, we can't. We can take them.
Rumut, what are the odds that we will be receiving reinforcements from your people?
Like I said, reckon Turnic already head back. It's only a matter of time, but as it stands right now, our main directive is to retake this outpost.
You intend to do this with or without us, don't you?
You better believe it.
Well, if we're gonna help him in this endeavor, we may as well take on the big guy. We take out their leader, they're screwed. From decentralized command, be fucked.
Even goblins without command are quite dangerous in number.
Even still.
I think it best to chip away at them, just like any other horde.
If we could draw them into the tunnel, they would be constrained.
So, Ben, you happen to see any exit tunnels in there?
I forgot to look.
There should be 3 junctions at this outpost, to my memory.
There you go.
Is this...
Funneling them doesn't seem viable unless we can block off the other tunnels.
Yes, but they are goblins and very stupid.
Well, not when they have a hob, right?
Well, but if we mount an initial attack and then pull back into the tunnel,
They'll find a way to surround us.
but they can surround us in a tunnel. They can only come the one way. So we'll have to take them on at 2 or maybe 3 at a time.
But what if they have another direction to come from, and they come from another direction?
You're thinking too much about it.
Think about the tunnel that we came down. I mean, Rumut, you know these tunnels better than I, but it would seem that it is several miles to loop around to get behind us. Am I correct?
Oh, sure. If you don't properly know how to use the Ruger stones.
Yes, so at the very least it would take them a long time to get behind us.
Okay.
I think maybe that is the best option. We mount an initial attack and then feign retreat, pull them into the tunnel where we can deal with them at 2 or 3 at a time instead of fighting the whole horde at once. Unless someone else has a better plan.
I hear what you're saying, boy. We head up through the tunnel, we try to funnel them towards us, and use that as somewhat of a backer.
I like your plan, my liege.
Very well. Krohl,
What up?
you are, to put it simply, the loudest of us. Perhaps you could be the bait, so to speak.
Well, them goblins won't know what hit them. All right.
And Ben,
Yeah.
if you have a clear shot at the hobgoblin that is leading them, I would advise you to take it before we retreat back into the tunnel.
Got it.
All right. Rumut, I trust you. You know these tunnels better than anyone else. We shall come out with our initial attack, and on your signal we shall retreat. All in agreement?
Very well.
I guess.
We'll see how it goes.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Poke the bear and then run away.
Rumut, what will be your signal?
Our signal.
Yes, the signal for retreat.
Oh, there's no retreating.
No, the feigned retreat to pull them back into the tunnel.
I thought we were going to stay at the mouth of the tunnel.
Yes, we are going...
You don't want to get trapped in this cramped space. I want some room to move around. Gonna get hit by my axe.
But we need to draw them back slightly into the tunnel, otherwise the whole horde will overwhelm us.
I'm just gonna be honest with you right now. I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish as far as, like, we're gonna roll initiative for everyone all at the same time, regardless, because that's how this combat's gonna work.
Right.
So, like, I'm okay with, like, you poking them, like, we're gonna hit them with ranged attacks and try to pull them towards us. Like, we're not gonna charge out into the open. But, like, after it's kicked into motion, everyone's gonna roll initiative and go from there.
I realize, I think we're saying the same thing, that we're not going way back into the tunnel. The idea is just to pull back slightly, just so that, like, we have, like, the tunnel and walls behind us, so that we can't be attacked by all of the goblins at the same time.
Sure.
So they're funneled towards us. So I think we were saying the same thing. There's just a miscommunication here.
So the party has conversed, and you're moving forward now to the mouth of this opening.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so the idea essentially is to push forward like we're attacking them, and then back up just a little bit. So, because we don't want them to think that we are baiting them. We want them to think we're fighting them. So we're going to push towards them, Krohl's going to make a bunch of noise, and then we're going to back up just a little bit so that we have, like, protection behind us.
Let's role play it.
Okay.
Hello everybody, this is Harrison.
Hey everybody, RJ here. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Realms and Nerds.
If you're not already, please subscribe to the show and turn on notifications so you don't miss any episodes.
It's available on pretty much every platform out there, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube.
Once you're subscribed, consider sharing the show with a friend. Word of mouth is the best way to help us grow.
Thank you so much to our friend Kyle for composing the melody of our main theme. And of course,
as always, thank you for listening. We appreciate all of you, and we're so grateful to have your support. Now, back to the action.
We, I guess, go to the mouth of the cave and then, or the tunnel, and then Krohl steps on out in plain view of all these goblins, whatever, and just starts yelling. Hey! Like hooping and hollering.
Can Ben have been kind of following behind him at a little bit of a distance with his bow ready, aimed towards that goblin that was up at the top, or in that direction, so when he was within view, he could take a shot with the antique arrow?
Sure.
Perfect.
Look here! Fresh fucking me! Who wants a piece?
There's a chatter of laughter as members of this horde turn around, and you see the one at top give out a yell and points his finger forward, and some of the members of this crowd start pushing forward.
Krohl just flips him off and starts walking back towards the mouth.
Ben, I'm going to give you one attack here, but then everyone's going to roll initiative.
Yeah, that's 9.
The arrow goes whizzing up towards the balcony, hitting low, hitting on kind of the banister, and comes back.
What kind of a shot was that? I gave you a golden opportunity!
Shut up, Krohl.
Let's get back in the tunnel with the others.
Initiative!
Okay. Okay, Don Quixote.
Oof.
Yeah, you know me both.
11!
Classic.
Alright.
Ben got 14.
Krohl got a 9.
22.
Not 11.
Not 11.
6.
I was
Hello.
just doing it for the memes. Oh, you actually...
I
Okay.
actually did roll an 11. 11!
Alright. Raven, take us off. There's a horde of zombies, goblins running towards you.
Okie dokie. I kind of have an idea of what I'm gonna do.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So they're all basically rushing towards me right now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to use Burning Hands out in front of me. It's a cone.
Okay.
A 15-foot cone.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw. Anybody under 14 gets hit with full damage. Everybody under it, or everybody over it gets half damage.
Alright, got 4 saves and 6 fails.
So 8 if you fail, 16 if you fail, 8 if you succeed.
Okay.
And now things are on fucking fire. Fire. Hiya. PK fire.
As this cone of fire scorches this horde of goblins in front of Raven, she sees a number of them get torched and fall. Some of them have some burnt patches that they wipe off. Next up is this first group of goblins that is going to break the line, and 3 of them are going to swipe at Raven, and 2 at Rumut.
2 at who?
Rumut.
Oh.
Alright. A 18, 5, and 7.
The 18 will hit. Everything else
Yeah.
is...
Rumut.
Everything else ain't shit.
For 2 lesser damage.
So they're attacking me like crabs in a bucket, where one gets to the top and then they pull the other one down because they want to get the glory and stab, and then...
Exactly. There are so many goblins in front of you that they're all just like bouncing between each other.
I hope you know that this is the entire MO for this fight until we're cleaning up. I'm just gonna use Burning Hands as many times as I fucking can.
Next up is Rumut, who is going to take a big swipe with his great axe. And is not going to connect. He can take a second attack. Will connect. Next up is another horde of goblins who are going to kind of fan out a little bit. Raven's going to get another hit. Rumut's going to get hit. Sana and Rackle are going to get hit after. And none of those are going to connect.
Fucking dope.
Bitch ass.
Stupid
Goblins.
Hazards.
Next up is Sana.
Weak! You all are weak!
Saw him with that level 20 magic.
Who is going to cast Tsunami. A wall of water appears in front of this group and begins to push them back.
It sucks to suck. And she just blows them all away because
They're all dead. They're all dead now. We won.
you beat my goblin puzzle.
As this wall of water appears and starts pushing back a small ways, a large number of these goblins are swept up. Some of them you see as the current hits them, snaps their necks, and or you can see them gasping for air. And now there's a smaller group of zombies or goblins in front of you, and there are some that are like pushing through the wall, trying to get back on that side. Next up is Rackle. Rackle is going to give Llew a Bardic Inspiration die, 1d12, as bonus action, and then is going to cast Otto's Irresistible Dance on a group of these goblins.
Nice.
And they'll dance.
So this group of goblins is now essentially stuck in place as they're shuffling, and any attack roll against it is
Stuck
going
in
to
the
have advantage.
All of these goblins are doing the gritty.
Next up is another group of goblins who are going to make an attack at Krohl,
Let's fucking go.
Ben, Rackle. 2 on Krohl, 1 on the rest.
By the one falling down the stairs.
Yeah, thank you, Johnny.
Wait, why is my AC loss?
I love it.
Oh, I know why. Because I had
Alright.
sugar armor so I could be stealthier.
Ben,
Yeah.
19.
Oh, yeah.
Krohl,
Yeah.
a 20 and a 9.
The 20 will.
And Rackle's going to get hit with a 22 and a 7. So,
He gets hit with a 7? What a fucking bitch.
Don't tempt B.
so you guys are all going to take
Some damage.
Some damage.
you're going to take 3.
Okay,
You're going to take 5.
Balls told me.
Rackle is
Hands off my macaroni. Milwaukee pasta bandit found dead.
You just a little shit tonight.
He is a little shit right now.
Next up is a hobgoblin who's going to, with his bow, take a shot at Rumut. And he's going to connect.
Sucks to be
He's
Rumut.
gonna connect 4.
Sucks to be rheumatoid arthritis.
Do you have rheumatoid arthritis?
Ben,
Mm-hmm.
you're up.
Finally, I've been wondering. Alright.
You're about to-
Ben is. I know you didn't. I just
There's
was
a lot of
surprised how many rolled better than me. 'Cause I did roll decent. Ben is going to. Is that one hobgoblin still up there at the top, or did he?
That one
is he-
hobgoblin is actually perception check.
Fair enough. 10.
You don't know. There's a lot of goblins in front of you.
Fan-fucking-tastic. I'm gonna roll another perception check to see if I see any hobgoblins. That is a 12.
There are hobgoblins in front of you. You can count maybe 4.
The most. Okay, whichever one is nearest, I guess. He's gonna take a shot with his longbow.
As long as they don't bring a cave troll.
Oh, great. They brought a cave troll.
What a cave.
21.
That will hit.
Dang. Get him.
Has he been hurt?
This guy?
Yes.
He has.
Perfect. So, it's going to be 15 points of piercing damage.
As this arrow streaks the air, it connects straight through the forehead of this hobgoblin and comes sliding back as his corpse drops to the ground.
Night night.
Fucking metal. So we have like 6 rabbits in the freezer now. We just have been stacking rabbit corpses. I'm probably gonna start trying.
Next up is another hobgoblin who is going to take a shot at, I guess, at Ben. 21.
Yeah.
4, wow, you really hit you hard. 2, but since there's goblins near you, it's do more damage.
Gets you more damage?
For an additional 9, as he's able to take use of his martial advantage. Alright, next up is another hob. He's in this pack and he's going to take a swipe at Raven in front lines.
Do something.
For 18.
Yep.
For 7. Plus 9, 16 damage in total.
I'm gonna burn this boy.
If and when it hurt his
Die,
teeth.
motherfucker.
Krohl!
Yes.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
So there's a basically group of them standing in front of me, right?
Let me up, Johnny.
Correct.
Okay. However many of them are within 15 feet of me are going to have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, goblins. I'd suck it in if I were you.
And then he's going to use his cold breath. And then,
Save. A dex save.
no, Constitution.
So that's going to be a 13, 14, and a 19.
Okay, they all succeed, so they're only going to take half damage. So they're going to take 3.
They're all going to take 3 cold damage.
3 cold damage.
Alright.
It be what it be.
You get what you get, and you
See
don't
that?
throw a fit.
To be level 6 right now.
Alright. This cold, you can see one of the hobgoblins is really slowed down. Next up is another group. Going to be 2 groups of goblins. So, Benny and Darnick are going to get hit with a couple. Llew is going to get hit with 1. And so is, I guess that would be Krohl, Benny, Darnick, and Rumut. Benny and Darnick are both going to get hit with 2 attacks. Rumut doesn't get hit, and Krohl is going to take Collection as a 13 hit.
Nope.
Okay. So no damage for you guys.
I'm better.
Dude, the other night we played a game against nothing but 5 healers. They fucking rolled us.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Fuck that match, please.
It was so irritating. It was just the robot push one, but they destroyed us.
Invite me?
I think you got off before we played that.
We did invite you because I
Was
said
it Saturday?
Llew.
I think it might have been
No,
Saturday,
no,
Friday.
Oh, so probably after I got off.
Because you said you might get on,
It was after
but you might
for
fall
sure you got
asleep
off.
instead.
Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, Lew's up. Well, first I'm gonna attack one of the goblins.
You have a bardic inspiration die you can use too.
And I'm going to.
Good call.
Yeah. 12.
That, unfortunately, will not hit. However,
Whack.
Beats the other roll.
you get to keep your bardic inspiration die.
Okay.
Really beats the other roll.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to use a superiority die to use Rally. Alright, I'm going to give Ben 6 hit points with Rally as I bolster your resolve. So I guess a flavor text it go, Ben, you've got this. Stay in the fight.
Yes!
How'd you though?
Shut up, Krohl! And I lose 6 hit points.
So I give Ben 6 hit points from that rally.
Nice! Next up is Benny and Darnick. Benny makes a wide swipe with his axe and clears out most of this one horde in front of him. And you can see there's just one in this group that's still on their feet. Next up is the hobgoblin in the tower, who is going to give a rally call, and you see this light reddish glow above his head and then above the other hobgoblins on the ground. And they're going to gain advantage on the next attack. And then he's going to shoot an arrow at Benny.
This is the same hobgoblin that killed Boromir.
Right.
Fuck his day!
I'll take him.
And he misses. Raven, you're up.
Second verse, same as the first, baby boy. Use
I'm just going to warn you right now that the warp has spread out a bit and people are now in front of you.
Can I walk in front of them?
You can
movement speed.
you can move to a position you're just not going to get, the whole group or anything.
That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay.
Okay. So make a dexterity saving.
All right, you're going to catch 2 of the goblin groups. An 18 and a 4.
The 18 will do it. So the 4.
So they take half damage.
Fucking bad. Being this low level fighter is not good.
So 7 and 14.
14 full.
Yes.
As Raven positions herself and gives out this fiery cone from her hands, you see another group of goblins get scorched pretty badly, it only looks like maybe 1 or 2 are still up from that group, and another group gets hit by it as it kind of flashes up. Next up is this group of goblins in front of Raven, who is going to continue to charge forward at her. A 20 and 22.
Yeah. And that 18 will probably.
Well, this would be the 21 actually. It's not.
Oh.
So 3 are gonna hit.
Oh no.
4. 16 slashing damage. As this group has been thinned out a little bit, these goblins are able to swing their swords a little bit more effectively and are able to connect with Raven.
Help! Help! Police!
Next up is Rumut, who is going to turn around a little bit and take a swipe on this goblin group that just attacked Raven. And those are both gonna hit. For 17. And next up is another group of goblins who are going to attack me. They failed. Sana is next. She is going to turn into a brown bear.
Brown bear.
And make a multi-attack on this group of goblins in front of her. And those are both gonna hit with her bite and her claws.
Damn. Every time we get into a fight, Lou just realizes more and more how much of a bitch he is.
It's okay.
It's okay.
As she makes an attack on this group of goblins, with the swipe of her claws and with her jaws, she comes down on this last goblin that's standing and swallows it whole. And
delicious.
Another group of goblins hits the ground.
That'll be indigestion in the morning.
Next up is Rackle, who is going to cast Mass Cure Wounds as his strumming pattern changes. Is everyone at the table taking damage?
Nope. Yep. Nope.
Yeah.
Lou, no?
No. I haven't taken any damage.
Okay. Well, then he's going to give... Gets 6. 1, 2, 3...
Here's the real question. When you change forms from an animal back into a humanoid shape, does the contents of your stomach also transform?
What if you turn into a blue whale and a ship and then transform back into a person?
Or applicable, do you change from a bear back into a human with a goblin in its stomach?
I don't ask those questions.
Yeah, but I do. And I want to know.
Everyone's going to regain 27 HP.
No, I won't.
Damn!
I don't need it, but...
I'll only regain 10.
I'm sorry, actually. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
All around me are familiar feet.
I'll just kill a chicken and drink its blood for health.
That's alright, buddy.
I'm sorry. That's on me, really.
I'll hit you with a rally next time.
I bet you Cure Wounds also doesn't.
To quote Rick...
What? Healing spells don't have that.
I don't know.
Wait, what?
Well, healing spells don't have that, like...
I don't know. I have the ability to heal myself when I hit people, so...
That's true. You can drink the
It's
blood.
a vampiric thing. Whenever I hit an opponent, I can spend my hit dice.
What the fuck?
Well, you know what I'm gonna say?
You're
I'm gonna say that since your chest piece is alive, you can regain half HP from healing spells.
Okay. So you sit...
So you get 13.
I'm still at full health. Okay, cool. I'm gonna write that down real quick. Fervor
Just like
it for me.
down the road.
Fervor absorbs it for me and transfers some of its energy into me. Got it.
Well, fervor a little bit, but mainly your chest piece.
Oh, the living wood breath. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Rest.
Ben.
Ben is going to do a perception check to look for that hobgoblin, the leader. That is a 12.
He already kind of exposed his position, so I'm gonna say that, yeah, you see him up there.
Perfect.
You know he's there.
Shoot him down. That's a 17? 17 against AC.
That magical pony done got shot out of the sky.
That will hit.
Has he been hit before?
No.
Magical pony flying in the sky.
Shoot down.
Ooh. It hits it with the pom-pom gun.
10 piercing damage.
And
I'm gonna cast a gun.
next up are two hobgoblins who are both moving forward with their swords in hand. One is going to attack at Krohl and one's going to attack at Ben.
Where you bitch?
And they both get advantages.
Son of a bitch!
Ben is going to use Unsettling Visage.
Of course he is.
When a creature makes an attack roll against you, use a reaction to impose disadvantage. Must be done before knowing if the attack hits or misses. Reveal shape-shifting trait to anyone within 30 feet who can see you. You can get this back after a short or long rest.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure a 19 will still hit.
Oh,
Fuck, sucks to suck there, Ben.
yeah,
And
that'll hit.
20 I'm sure will also hit.
What? Yeah.
4. Krohl's going to take 8. Ugh. Oh, look at you. You only took 2. Aren't you special?
He's special.
Powerful.
Next up is Krohl.
Kroll's gonna slap the bitch out of this hobgoblin that hit him.
Do it.
Great sword! Yeah, how's a 24?
That will hit.
Fucking ball.
You don't gotta do too much either.
Okay, so that's, 12 slashing damage to its face.
This hobgoblin is split in 2 as Krohl comes down on it with an overhead strike with his greatsword.
And I'm going to use my vampiric or blood thingy to heal myself with a hit die. Whenever I hit a living creature with a melee weapon attack, I use bonus action to spend one of my hit dice to regain health. Sweet. Now regain 10! Fuck yeah! Let's go!
Alright.
So cross the south and see.
I lick the blood off my blade and go.
Satisfactory.
Alright, next up is this big group of goblins. There's 3 groups, and they're going to make attacks on Rackle, Sana, Rumut, Defiant. And one is going to get through on each of them. Alright, Luke is up.
Alright. Llew is going to attack one of the goblins.
Use inspiration.
Yeah, I'm going to use my inspiration for this one. I'm right on the borderline of whether or not it's going to hit. So 17.
That will hit.
Okay.
And as a reaction, Rackle is going to give Rumut a bardic inspiration back.
Okay, so
Just envisioning Rackle in the very far back of the group that's playing intense music right now.
Pretty much.
okay, so it's 11 slashing damage,
11 slashing. Alright.
and then is anybody hurt?
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Just a tiny bit.
Good.
Raven's still hurt, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to spend another superiority dice and use Rally on Raven. So, Raven, you get 7 hit points back.
Fucking dope.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, they're temporary hit points. They're probably not gonna matter, but you know. You get 7
Listen, man, hit points are hit points right now.
You get 7 temporary hit points back.
Okay.
And that's it for Llew.
Alright, next up is Benny and Darnick, and they're both going to take a swipe, and Darnick is going to land his hit on the hoarding zombies.
Goblins.
Why do
Goblins.
I keep saying zombies?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You're very fixated on the undead
tomato,
right now.
potato.
They'll all meet the end of our swords.
Next up is the hob up top, who is going to, again, you see this kind of red magic around his head, and then as he looses off his bow, you see this kind of energy go with him. He's taking a shot right at Rumut.
Ben, where are you going to take care of this boy?
And he misses, because he sucks. Raven, you're up.
What?
Asia.
I'm up again?
Yeah,
Yeah, you get a turn.
we made it through the order twice already. You're next.
It's dark outside. So what we got going on? How many rows of guys? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
You tell us.
Well, at this point in time, all the goblins are pretty thinned out. A few of the hobgoblins have been slain. Battle's on a positive turn for you guys. Or so it would seem.
Spell was always in
like-
our favor.
I don't like that. She's going to cast Shillelagh on on her root sword, and she's gonna go fight the nearest hobgoblin.
Alrighty, do it.
That's an 11.
That will not hit.
All right. That's about all I can do. Okay.
Doofy doofy. It happens. Next up is a horde of goblins who are going to make an attack at the Death Knight on the field.
Listen now. Hold on a second. Let's talk about this real quick. No, Krohl wouldn't want to talk. He wanted to attack.
7 won't hit, 19 I'm sure will.
Yeah, that would.
For 7.
7.
Which is the
Dang.
max amount of damage they could have done. And we got you.
Wow. You done hit me.
Rumut is up next. He's going to take another swipe at this goblin horde. One of them is going to sweep. And as he makes a sweep with his great axe, another of this goblin horde falls as he hits 3 or 4 back. Next up on the goblin horde, going to attack Rumut. 1 to hit. Sana is up next. She's gonna make another big old bear attack. Whoa.
A big old cocaine bear attack.
Oh, God.
And as she goes down on this next group of goblins, shut up, is able to, with a large swipe, take out 2 more in this last group. And that group is gone. Rackle is up next. He is going to throw a bardic inspiration die to Ben. And
I guess I don't totally hate him.
Oh, you do.
What you got there, Bane?
None of your fucking business.
is going to cast Cloud of Daggers on a point that has some of the goblins and one of the hobgoblins in it. Righto.
Righto.
And as this cloud of daggers appears and rains down on this group, everyone inside its radius falls to the ground. Next up is Ben. There are 2 groups of goblins left, and a hobgoblin.
Yeah.
How many are in each group?
The number's been thinned down pretty good. There's maybe 10, 15 between the two groups.
Okay.
Yeah, you know Ben is going after that boar corpling.
Oh, is
That fucker that he's been going after all this fucking battle.
it?
Come on,
Try.
We believe in you.
You will try.
How is a unnatural 20?
Let's go.
That will do what you must.
That will hit.
Let's go. Fuck them up, Ben.
Boing, 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 boing. 9, come on, 12 piercing damage.
Hit him good. You got him good there.
Is he still standing?
He is.
Fuck you, buddy! Your job ain't done yet.
Krohl,
You short is he?
you're up next. Got some goblins in front of you.
How far away is the hobgoblin?
He is above you. I'd say like 50 feet. Well, I guess you're moving up now. I guess I'm just gonna say he's outside of trident range.
Oh, that's not what I'm concerned about.
We'll say 40. 50 feet. 40 feet.
We'll say 40 feet.
We're gonna say 40 feet.
Alright, then he's in range. I'm going to cast Death Grip on him. He needs to make.
Hey!
Cosmo,
All of my,
Knock it off!
fuck off my shit.
all of my work just for you to take the glory.
Well, you know. So, gotta show you how it's really done. So, I'm going to cast Death Grip on him. He needs to make a strength saving.
11.
No, he fails. He has yanked that full 40 feet towards me, and as he does, I kind of wind up with my trident, because Death Grip is a bonus action. I'm going to stab him with my trident in the air.
Alright.
Impale him. 22!
That will hit.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Fuck yes. I love great weapon fighting. Okay, that is 8 piercing damage, and he is impaled on my trident.
Alright. As Krohl reaches out through the ether and pulls this hobgoblin off of the balcony, he comes flying through the air, finally landing on Krohl's trident as he hits him in the air and then smashes him down to the ground. And as he does this, I'm going to need everyone to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, let's pull him down to us to kill him. You fucking income fucking poop.
At least that way more of us can hit him at a time.
17.
19. Fucking eyes. What'd you get there, Ben?
I got a 21.
Then calm your tits there, bud.
I was like
Take about
making
15% off
UNDs.
top there, Ben.
Okay.
By the way, because Kroll's a death knight, I like the idea that when he stretches out before a fight, that every single one of his bones can crack.
Oh, I've been thinking about that the whole time. When you went like this earlier, I was like, if Kroll does that, everything's gonna pop.
His
19.
his entire body just goes.
And then there's one
Alright. Everyone's roll was above 12, correct?
Yes.
Let's go.
Everyone is going to take 8 thunder damage. Benny and Garnick are blasted back, and Rackle also loses his footing a little bit as a loud ringing noise emanates from his body, and you see as this the red magic that was around his forehead almost like it condenses and then drops and disappears. And as this thunder bursts out, the remaining goblins on the ground are also dropped to the ground, deceased.
Oh, this man did not give a fuck.
Nope.
So is he dead then?
He is dead.
Okay.
And you now are in a cavern surrounded by the corpses of 50 goblins and 6 hobgoblins. And this party is now stands well weathered from battle, covered in goblin guts and gobby guts.
Krohl kind of rips his trident out of his chest, looks at Ben and says,
Now that's how you do it, son.
Yes. Entirely according to plan.
That was rather violent.
Good fighting, lads. Good fighting.
That was enjoyable.
Benny, Darnick, get to your feet. Come on, boys.
Now, Rumut, is this the part where you tell us that the big horde is just ahead, or are we done?
Oh, you're looking to get out of our business. I can't say I blame you.
Why do you sound so passive aggressive?
Not at all. Just wondering what the future is in store for us.
A land dweller like you would never understand. But there's a little business in the tower yet.
Excellent. Let's make our way in there.
What sort of business?
Oh, I don't have time to explain with you. Come and look if you care.
I don't have time to explain. Why I don't have time to explain?
Oh, come on, it'll be fun.
Ben, roll an investigation check for me.
Ben's our
I've
back.
come to the wrong person. 16.
With a 16,
I said he came to the wrong person, okay?
Chalk 16.
Oh, he rolled a 17 and got a 16 out of it.
As Rumut kind of pushes past towards the tower, and as the party's kind of going that way, Ben looks down at his adversary, this hobgoblin who seemed to have been leading everybody. And as far as you can tell, with his history with hobgoblins, it looks like any other old hobgoblin. The only kind of thing that stands out to him is that on this hobgoblin's forehead is a tattoo, a bright red tattoo of a bird. It's quite crude, somewhat crudely done, but it looks like maybe an eagle or a hawk.
Ben will make note of this.
And then I added, we in trouble.
I wonder what that mark is.
Yeah, what are you guys so scared of?
I can only
Scared of nothing.
Krohl sure as
I
hell.
don't even see what you guys are afraid of right now.
I mean, I actually genuinely don't know what. The only thing I can think of is that bird we saw.
That was what I was thinking.
That's where my mind jumped to.
But also, I'm scared because I'm a level 4.
You're level 4?
We're all level 4.
Huh?
We did pretty good, though.
I think you guys just leveled up.
No.
You guys leveled up when you guys left.
I have no note of level.
I don't think so.
Game Master's last task.
I don't think so.
No, not to level 5.
You didn't say anything about that.
Nothing.
Could have sworn.
We did just finish a big fight. So
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, we can level up now if you want.
I was.
during our little
I thought that you
intermission.
guys just leveled up. I thought
Nope.
everyone but Raven just leveled up.
Nope.
Well, you're all gonna level up. And with that, the party follows Rumut into this outpost tower.